Is the world turning a blind eye to the crisis in Sudan where 10,000 people are being slaughtered daily? Every day, each tick of the clock brings with it a fatal blow for thousands of innocent lives in Sudan. A staggering 10,000 people are losing their lives daily, and yet the international community seems to be looking the other way. This isn't just a number, it's a human catastrophe of epic proportions unfolding right before our eyes. Yet the world's gaze is elsewhere, fixated on the conflicts between powerhouses like Iran and Israel. The echoes of their warfare reverberate around the globe, while the desperate cries from Sudan barely cause a ripple. It's not that the Iran and Israel conflict doesn't matter, it's just that the scale of human suffering in Sudan is overwhelming, and it demands our immediate attention and action. While the world is engrossed in the Iran and Israel conflict, Sudan's people are in dire need of help. But where does the power lie, and who holds the responsibility to intervene? This is the question that echoes in the corridors of global politics, resonating with an urgency that cannot be ignored. As we navigate the complex landscape of international relations, we cannot overlook the role of the superpowers, the titans who wield their influence like a sword or a shield, depending on the scenario. At the heart of these power players is the United States, a nation whose political footprint is deeply etched into the sands of global affairs. Under the current leadership of President Biden, the question that arises is, what role is the United States playing in the unfolding crisis in Sudan? A crisis that sees 10,000 souls extinguished every single day. The world watches, waiting for a response, a sign of intervention from the White House. Yet the silence is deafening. It prompts us to question the actions, or rather, the lack of them by the Biden administration. Is there a plan in motion, a strategy being formulated behind the closed doors of diplomacy? Or is the world's most powerful democracy choosing to remain a silent spectator as humanity bleeds in Sudan? As we delve deeper into this issue, we must remember, the silence of the powerful can be as deadly as the violence of the oppressors. And it is this silence that needs to be broken, for the sake of those who suffer and for the future of our global community. So, what can be done? How can you, as an individual, make a difference? It may seem daunting, considering the scale of the crisis in Sudan. But believe it or not, you hold a considerable amount of power. We are in the age of digital revolution, where each voice can echo across the globe in an instant. One of the most accessible actions you can take is to spread the word. Social media is not just for selfies and food pictures. It's a tool, a platform where you can raise awareness about the Sudan crisis. Use hashtags, share relevant articles and stories, engage in online discussions. Remember, silence is the greatest accomplice to injustice. But words alone are not enough. Financial assistance is crucial. Numerous charities are working tirelessly on the ground in Sudan, providing food, clean water, medical aid, and shelter. Your donation, no matter how small, can contribute to their efforts. And finally, don't underestimate the power of political pressure. Reach out to your representatives. Demand that they address this crisis. Encourage them to take a stand and push for international intervention. Each of these actions may seem like a drop in the ocean, but remember, an ocean is nothing more than a multitude of drops. Your actions, multiplied by millions of others, can prompt change. Your voice, your actions, can make a difference. It's time to ask, what will you do? In the end, it's not about politics, it's about humanity. We've talked about the unseen crisis in Sudan. We've dissected the roles of the power players, and we've called out for action. Now, we must turn our words into deeds. The situation in Sudan is not a fleeting headline or a trendy hashtag. It's a human tragedy that's claiming 10,000 lives each day. Their stories are not just numbers or statistics, but real human narratives that demand our attention and action. So let's not just watch these tragedies unfold from the comfort of our screens. Let's not just absorb this information and then move on to the next piece of news. Let's use what we've learned to effect change. Let's raise our voices, let's demand action, let's stand up for humanity. Remember, it's not just about being a spectator, it's about being a participant. So comment, like, subscribe, and most importantly, act.